My favorite part about the Trump shit is just that that we still love to spray our faces with this Cheeto-Dust. It's my favorite part about him. Like, I love when he has the extra Cheeto-Dust on. You can tell when he held down the button too long.
Live on your chin. Oh, yeah. This is the Going Deep Show.
So this morning I was a little late because I was busy having sex.
You lucky bastard, you.
Yay! Yeah. I mean,
I got the old, it's that time of the month.
We call that here on the, what do we call that? What's the new red I call that? Shark Week?
Yeah.
She calls it Shark Week.
All women do. Shark Week. And hey, I've earned my Red Wings a long time
ago. Yeah.
So,
the girl,
do women even, is that still a term, Red Wings?
If not, we're bringing it back. I'll tell you that right now. We should do that. Bring it back. Bring back Shark Week, motherfucks. So I didn't get a chance to pull the clips, but I have a file that I think has moved over now. Let me see here. That I wanted to play for y'all, and which, by the way, I can't stand that fucking term, y'all. Anytime someone says y'all, I read that a lot.
Nails on the chalkboard?
Yeah. It's like, why? Just learn how to fucking talk. Y'all.
That's been going around y'all's been going around for a few hundred years.
Yes, I know. It's time for it to be over. Okay. I remember what it used to be like to have to go hunting, too, to get your food. Remember that? Remember those days? Oh, yeah.
I still do.
You douchebags are still doing that shit.
Yes, we are.
What the fuck? It's like, we've got beyond that. We have technology now. We have technology now, guys.
It's not capturing a deer or anything.
We do. We have technology now.
Harvesting.
Okay? So that's like, okay, well, I guess. Whatever other excuse you got to use to get away from your significant other, it's fine. Okay? I got better things to do. I just got done watching the Saturday night on Netflix. Have you watched that?
Yes.
What did you think of that?
I liked it.
It was pretty interesting.
It took me back, though. I didn't realize the whole thing with Billy Crystal, trying to get on the 4 minutes to 2 minutes and everything else with it.
And was it true that freaking, what's his butt was hanging out backstage, the Milton Berle?
Oh, yeah, because it was the same studio that they would do his show in as well.
I guess I didn't realize.
Yeah, and supposedly he had a huge schlong.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'd heard.
But then a lot of that, again, it's where they kind of compact a little bit of the different legends, a little bit of the story. Watching it as a kid, when it kicked off, I was 11 years old. I didn't have a clue. I mean, I knew who Johnny Carson was, but I guess I didn't realize on Saturday nights Carson would be playing. But on TV5 here locally,
I guess I didn't realize
at 50, they would do like Flash Gordon at 11:30 or whatever late at night, and there was always some weird horror movie, or you could catch Planet of the Apes. So you're always sneaking out to watch TV when the parents were asleep, and you had it down so they couldn't hear anything, so you could watch something good.
See, I'm 50. I'll be 50 coming up here, and it's 50, so it's like they were the first. Yeah. Every time they do their anniversary, it's like my birthday.
Same way with Super Bowl. Super Bowl 59, that's where I'm at. So.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
You're as old as the Super Bowl?
Fuck yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. Don't have the ring, though, for it.
So you're a big Saturday Night Live guy. You've watched it for years and years and years. I was back in the 90s because it was during a time when you were looking for excuses to go hang out with your girlfriends. Mm-hmm. And I remember going over to the one girlfriend I was with for quite a while. And she, that would be our thing to fall asleep to, essentially, and go like, oh, fuck, I got to be home. I'm missing my... This is a good question now, because I have a kid now. What's curfew? What's the time when you expected to be home back then versus now?
So with me, it was the lights on. If I was in the neighborhood, we had a vacant lot between my house and the city block there, And so if I was in the vacant lot. It could be like 11:30 or so during the summertime. There were a lot of
what age group are you talking? What age range you think?
So this is like 12, 13, 14.
What about like when you got to high school and you had a car you could drive and you're like I can't remember for some reason I want to say like 12:30 maybe was the for some reason I'm thinking that may have been the case. But
yes, I didn't have a car till my senior year, but my dad was never home. So we would go over, hang out. I had my girlfriend stay the night, all that shit.
Yeah, see, this is the thing. When you're a boy and you go stay at a girl's house, that's one thing. But like I've seen nights when my kid, I can see where her locations are, and I can see that she's over at the boyfriend's house still.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's the big difference. So like yesterday, I'm glad you brought this up. So my kid goes over to his girlfriend's house after school, rides the bus over there. They're going to a birthday party. And I go to text him and he doesn't text back. I give it a little while.
There's nothing more annoying than
I'm
that.
at the gym working out, whatever. Text him again. What are you up to? Just to fuck with him. No response back. And because of the conversation that him and I had about, him and her getting a little close, I go to text the dad and like, hey, are the kids all right? Yeah, they're with us watching a movie. All right, no problem. Tell them to call me. And I lay it out to him like, hey, I send you a text. I expect to text back within 5 minutes. So they go to their party. I go to pick them up. We drop her off. And he goes to sit back in the front seat next to me. And I notice on his pants, there's a little stain on the outside. It looks like chocolate. It could be marinara sauce. So I start to give him, I'm like, where was Ava's hand? Did Ava put that stain on the outside of your pant leg? And he's just getting all flustered and blushing.
Did you get embarrassed? You embarrassed me, Dad.
So I'm like, you got to text me back. I thought Mike was kicking your ass that he walked in on you guys or some shit.
You know, I mean, shit.
Yeah. So it's been fun that I could kind of fuck with him a little bit about this shit.
Doing memory lane type stuff though. Right now, I have a story, and I've mentioned this on the program before, but a lot of the times I like to bring things back around because not everybody's heard the stories. They're buried deep into the archive.
Yeah.
When I was a senior in high school, there was a girl that I was into. She was like 2 years younger than I was. Yeah, is that the case? I'm trying to remember the time frame. It was before my serious girlfriend, so it must have been my junior year. So it was like I had a serious girl pretty much going in from junior year to senior, and then just beyond high school.
So when you say 2 years, was she? What was the 2 years? What was your age and her age?
I think I was 17. Is that right? Yeah, she was 15, 17, or 16, 18, something like that.
So
it must have just been because I didn't turn 18 until after I graduated, or just before I graduated.
Just before,
18. Yeah. I turned 18 just before I graduated, and we had been together a couple of years leading up to that point. But the girl before her was this really super tall, long curly hair, blonde girl, chiseled features, really nice. But she was, I think, maybe just as tall as I was, probably the same height. Maybe I think I had just kind of kicked into puberty. You know what I'm saying? Because I was a late bloomer, so it had to be late sophomore year, early junior year. Okay, and we would do baseball practice. I think it was even close to around this time of the year when the sports are switching over. They're going between one sport to the next. Mm-hmm. And a buddy of mine could drive. So what we would do is he would come and pick me up, and we would hit here in town at the local middle school. It was over at Handy. There were batting cages up in the upper gym.
I went to Handy.
In the upper gym. And so we would go hit there. Her house was on Midland Road towards towards Auburn, just a touch more. So he would drop me off there, and I'd have my dad come pick me up. So the one time I remember this is back in the MTV Sports days. Do you remember MTV Sports with Dan Cortez, right?
Yeah.
You remember this? So she would be there. Her parents would be off on some college trip with their son. Her son was a basketball player, pretty good basketball player locally. I would go to her house after practice. My friend would drop me off there, and my dad would pick me up hours later. So there were times when we would be there. Of course, we were there by ourselves. And I remember one time.
Those are the best times, too.
I remember going there one time, and she was just wearing like bra and panties and a robe and just being very super seductive and things. And I remember going up to her room. And I remember, and I've talked about this in the past. People are going to know. They told this story already, kid. I remember her on top of me, and like I'm grabbing her ass. We're making out, and I remember taking my hand and sliding my thumb behind her and putting it in her pussy when she was on top of me. And I don't know why I went. I think that angle just was something I could. It was easier than I don't know what the fuck rationale was for fucking sticking a thumb in her puss, but I did. And then I remember going down on her, but really not knowing what the fuck I was doing.
Right.
It's so
you
early
think
on.
what you're doing, but you
don't.
have no
You just,
fucking clue.
You don't. You're just down there rubbing your scrubby face on her fucking face, on her fucking beaver.
I heard you're supposed to do the alphabet. Let me try doing that with my tongue.
So, so what's funny about this is, not that that's not fucking funny, is I had braces at the time. I remember this. I had braces, okay?
Did the hairs get stuck in the braces? Did they?
So I don't know that they got stuck in the braces. So I go out to the car. I hop in the car with my dad, and we're driving back. I was going small talking it up, and I start to notice that I do have in my braces, right? So I like turn my head, and I'm like pulling fucking pubes out of my goddamn braces. Yeah, that's when I kind of regret. I have a few regretful instances with women that I really did like. She was super tall, very smart, very put together. Her family was. I just had gotten, for some reason, I don't know. For some reason, I knew that I had this scholarship to go to work at the paper. I'm trying to remember the crossover and the timeline of all this because I had a girlfriend, but did the girlfriend and I split at the time? I can't remember. It's a weird. It had to be before my more serious girlfriend into my senior year, I guess. I'd have to fucking sit down and really time this all out. But how it all fucking ended, and I'm sure you've done. I don't know. I can't speak for you on this, but have you done this before, where you want to go to a movie and you invite a girl to go to a movie, but at that age you don't have the phones, you have to set this communication up.
Yeah.
And then cross your fingers that they actually fucking show, And this is what it was like back in my day. We had to go to a payphone to make a call. So I figure out I want to go see Wayne's World. Okay, for some reason. So this will time it out just right, actually, because whatever Wayne's World was out, whatever the fuck that movie was, I figure out I want to go see Wayne's World. I ask her if she wants to go see Wayne's World. We have to figure it out, but there's another girl who's on the softball team that I really fucking liked. Super beautiful. She's a cute little thing. Her ass spoke to me. You know what I'm saying? One of these girls whose ass just spoke to me.
Not like Ace Ventura speaking out of his ass.
Not like that one. No. She stood in the batter's box. That thing was speaking to me. Okay, so when you have a girl whose ass speaks to you, you wonder what the rest of her is going to say too. You know what I'm saying? She was athletic. She was cute, confident kind of a girl, very just like put together. Lo and behold, she ends up being the cousin of my baby mama later on down the road. Oh, wow. So again, it's very interesting.
You're very ties. Small world.
Yeah, I don't like that.
You were talking about
it's annoying. It's annoying.
Yeah. A couple episodes.
So at the same time, this girl calls me and wants to do the movie thing, and we set this up to, and I'm like, I don't know if the one's showing. I don't know if either of them are showing up.
You had a threesome, didn't you?
I wish. With these
back
two?
then,
Jesus
Christ. Then you would have been legend in high school.
If that would have been fucking insane, especially with these two. Fuck yeah. So I go to the movies. I remember walking into the fucking Bay City Theater, and as I'm walking in, I see the one tall girl coming walking this way, but she was with her little friend. She was with her cute friend. I think her friend wanted to I want to go to the movie too. And then I think the way that the one was like, can so-and-so and I go to the movie? And not telling them that they were going to meet me there. Or I don't know how I don't know how it all went down. And at the same time, the other one, the one whose ass was speaking to me, shows up at the same time, and I was just like, "Oh God, this is not going to be good."
So you hit the back row.
I don't remember. To be quite honest with you, I blocked out the memory. You ever have something really terrible happen, and you just fucking block it out?
No.
That's what had. You have to. Come on now.
Nope.
You remember everything?
Unfortunately, yes.
That's not good.
No, it's not. I really should forget some shit.
With the kids thing, are you concerned at all? Like some shit's going down? Like
not right now, because him and I've talked about it. It's one of those things where you got to allow him to be him, and that's basically it. And I got to trust and just be there and supportive. He's got to find his own way, and he's got to fuck up, and he's got to figure it out.
Yeah,
that's part of being a kid. But when it gets later on, like curfew and things like that, he really doesn't have one right now because he can't drive, and I'm pretty much in control. It's more of a
I'm not in control.
Bedtime.
I got no control whatsoever with this chick. She's got her own life now. She's got jobs. She's got games and boyfriends and schedules and school and when I speak with her mother, she's just like, saw her for like 5 minutes yesterday and just walked in her room. It's like, ugh. Well, I talked to her yesterday and just to kind of catch up a bit, but she's like, Christ Jesus, man, I just can't recall. First of all, wanting to hang out with my parents, so I kind of give her that benefit of the doubt. You don't want to hang out with your parents. You just don't. You don't want to.
We all know what's going to happen.
Right. And it boils down to how much you give and how much you expect in return. And it boils right down to how much time do we spend with our parents nowadays? It's like...
Well, shit, mine live out of state, so it's...
right. But they squirt your ass out, and then it's up to you now. It's on your own, buddy.
Yeah, it was funny because his mom, was like texting me, like, and I'm just like, he gets in the car, I'm like, text your mom. So...
Make sure everything's all right.
Yeah.
Has your girl has she been married before? I guess I don't know the history of that.
Actually, yes.
How long was she married?
She was married 20 years.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was right around 20 years. So.
Do you have to deal with an accident? She doesn't have any kids or anything, does she?
Well, kids. She's got kids. They're older.
See, yeah, kids are
so they're older than my kid. So
kids are fun. Let's talk a little bit. Let's talk about
She does not like to be talked about a lot. So
no.
So she's very private.
I had a girlfriend like that once. She ended up being a dumb cunt. She ended up being a dumb cunt.
But it's not a bad thing. I respect it.
That's fine.
So there can only be one social butterfly.
Well, the thing about that is you being the smart person you are, you address that. And you kind of say that, where I was super critical of Red Eye 1.0 when his excuse for not coming in was, I don't want to disrespect my girl. That was his thing, that I don't want to disrespect her. I remember one of the last conversations I had with that motherfucker. I said, here's an idea then. Don't disrespect her. Mm-hmm. I talk about the girls.
You can talk on the show.
I talk about the girls I'm with here on the show, and I'm not disrespecting them.
Yeah.
Until they fucking act like dumb bitches, and then I fucking disrespect the shit out of them.
I'm sure he's got a lot to say now to get off his chest. I was just told yesterday by a mutual friend that they're like, you should reach out to him. You should, he probably needs a friend to talk to.
Right. You two are an interesting duo.
Oh God, I'll never forget one night him and I killed a couple bottles of wine, and I just let him vent about all, this is pre-marriage and everything else, and just let him vent, and but there's times we have good conversations. He was
a good time to hang out with, but I can't wait till he has to come and fuck his name back.
Where you going, man? You see, I've been going to San Francisco to see my friend El Pancho. He said, hey, go and swing there, something you got to know. I said, yeah. On the back of the saddles and the horses, away we go. We sing this whole country song like this. Chicken the corn, the corn can't grow, mama. When chicken the corn, so the corn can't grow. When chicken the corn, so the corn can't, mama. When chicken the corn, so the corn can't grow. On my way to San Francisco, we packed my friend and his name was Pancho. He said, one string, there's something you got to know. I'm packing up cycles and rasses. Where we go, we sing this chicken the corn on the corn can, mama. When chicken the corn, so the corn can grow. When chicken the corn, so the corn can grow, mama. When chicken the corn, so the corn can grow. chicken the corn on the corn can, mama. When chicken the corn, so the corn can't grow. When chicken the corn, so the corn can't grow, mama. When chicken the corn, so the corn can't grow. Don't need to brag, no need to boast. I can rap it for, put it on a poke to pole. What the music nice, we play them twice. The girls so screaming, don't like mine. So my name is Brushy, you making your swing. I play your music until you sing. It doesn't really matter what the people want to say. I rock my music night and day. Rock them night and day. I hear my mama say, chicken the corn, on the corn can't grow, mama. When chicken the corn, so the corn can't grow. When chicken the corn, so the corn can't grow, mama. When chicken the corn, so the corn can't grow. Piti piti plata, rata putum pliti, lutum putum plata plata. Putum plata plata, pitim plutum, rutum putum plutum plutum. Chicken the corn on the corn can, mama. When chicken the corn, so the corn can grow. Don't need to brag, no need to boast. I rap it from a pillow with a poke to poke. The music nice, don't we'll play them twice. The girls are screaming out like mice. I know you miss Brushy, you making your swing. I play your music until you sing. It doesn't really matter what the people want to say. I rap my music night and day. Rap them night and day. When Luciana say, chicken the corn on the corn can, mama. When chicken the corn, so the corn can grow. When chicken the corn, so the corn can, mama. When chicken the corn, so the corn can grow. Grow, yeah. So the corn can grow. I said the corn can grow. I know the corn can grow. Yeah.